Just for people watching this back, look, I know I look a mess. I've been home all day working on my final lab report for my biochemistry lab, so I didn't even bother like doing anything to myself this morning when I woke up because I immediately started working on it. And then I've been working on that and I just finished it about an hour or two ago. And yeah, so that's just for those watching this back. If I look a hot mess. Anyway, I'm working on some more babies right now on my table, and I'm hoping one of them will be ready to be listed and sold before Christmas. Don't think she would get home before Christmas by Christmas, but she it's the Tessa. It's a my second version of Tessa. Again, with this lighting, you can't see her probably at all, but she's gonna be like a medium. She's a medium skin tone as well. I did a set of Tessa twins um, previously, a Tessa awake and a Tessa asleep, and I just love this kit. And in fact, I was going to keep this Tessa asleep for myself, but I have another surprise, you guys. I haven't talked about this yet. I have a finally. I'm going to have a girl in my collection again. Um, it's been a really long time since I've had a girl in my collection. So I'm expecting a doll from one of my dear friends in the reborn community. I have had a doll before by her before, but I didn't like the hair on it. But it was beautifully painted. She does amazing, like darker skin tones. I think her pronouns. I think the pronouns are she her. I'm not actually sure. I think they might be they them pronouns. But anyway, I keep forgetting the pronouns of this person. But I've had a doll by them before, and I saw them put up this doll, and I offered a price, and they accepted the price. So I'm really excited. It is a long sold out kit. Well, maybe not long, but it's a sought after kit for sure. So I'm not saying that I'll probably get it before Christmas either because currently she's being rooted. She just got the hair today. Um, so I'm not really sure how long that's gonna take, but she'll be here at some point. Hopefully in maybe January. Basically, I had bought her as a graduation present to myself from myself. Um, a lot of you guys know, I graduate finally next Friday. I cannot believe it, you guys. It's insane. Hello. It's absolutely insane to finally I can't believe first of all it's December and like I said I can't believe it's finally happening. So basically right now it's all like finals and I've done all of my finals except for two that are like left. I have to finish my one of my last essays like papers, but I only have 5 more pages on that, and I just need to revise it a little bit. And then I have an actual like exam for my biochemistry class, but that's on Monday. Um, and the paper I'm talking about isn't due until Wednesday. So I'm trying to like because I've gotten done so many of my other finals. Like I just turned, like I said earlier before a lot of people joined in, I just finished my last lab report that I will hopefully ever have to do. I finished that and turned that in like an hour or so ago, and y'all will not believe how many pages that thing took. I am still in complete shock that it took that many pages to do that lab report. In fact, that lab report so far has more pages than my like paper, which is an actual like academic paper for my last majors class. And so that lab final was 17 pages long when I turned it in. I'm like, I can't believe it. I'm just glad I got it turned in. I don't even want to like I don't even want to think about that damn paper ever that yeah, that lab report ever again. I hope they give me a decent grade cuz I put a whole lot of work into it and I hope they grade it relatively quickly because I'm out of here. I think the final grading period is after when I graduate. So I don't know how that's going to really work. Um I'm graduating with honors, that's for sure. I don't know how that works because if I graduate, the last day of exams, I think is the ninth or something. Or it's either the ninth or the eighth, and I graduate the 10th. So no one seems to really. I don't really know how that works as far as final grades for my last few classes. Uh, or if anyone who is in academia knows anything about that, I guess it could be different at every single college, so I have no idea. But yeah, I almost cried Tuesday because it was my very last class of my undergraduate years and I don't know, I was excited, to be like done officially with like at least taking classes from undergraduate, but I was also like really sad because basically all I've known since I was 3 has been schooling, and I've been in school every year since then. So I don't know. It just kind of felt like a big change, and I just don't know. But I'm gonna be continuing my education eventually. I'm just gonna take some time off before continuing on. So uh, it's like I'm taking a little break, but it's not going to be that long of a break. So I'll be right back into academic learning soon. It's just weird. I don't know. As long as your credits are in, it's a formality for the final grades. But that's my thing. Like, well, how would they count the credits if they don't know if I passed the class? I mean, obviously, I'm going to pass the classes at this point. It would be pretty much impossible for me to not pass these classes at this point because of the grades that I do have in them currently, and like the percentage that the finals make up wouldn't really make a big difference. Um, but I don't know how they would know that if the grades aren't in the system. So how would they know about those credits? Like I'm way over the credit limit already, but I'm talking about like for people who are just taking their very last few credits. How would they know if they're going to pass those classes to graduate? My I have like I think once I graduate, I'll have like 136 credit hours, and from for my university you only need 122 to graduate. So regardless, um I had enough for to technically graduate, but I had to take these courses because I had added on a chemistry minor. I had already finished my biology minor, but I added on the chemistry minor, and long story, whatever. So if I didn't pass the biochem class, then I wouldn't have my chemistry minor, but I would still have my bio minor and I would still have my major and my degree. Um, yeah, so I don't. It's weird. It's weird. I'm definitely gonna pass biochemistry. I have a 90 in there right now, and literally all I have left is Monday, that final exam, and that final exam only takes. It's only 10% of our grade. Um, so obviously I'm studying for it, but I'm not really extremely stressed out about it because I'm feeling pretty good about the content of the class. It's been a very hard class. First of all, biochemistry, I do not like. If you can avoid taking it, do not take it. I like all the concepts and stuff, but oh my god, that class, I was like, no, oh my god, why did I do this to myself? But I was so close to a chemistry minor that my advisor was like, you might as well just take this last thing, um, so that you can get your chemistry minor as well as your biology minor. It would look a lot better, yada, yada, yada. So she convinced me, and I was like, you know what? Fine, I'll sign up for the biochemistry. And it's crazy because I find that biochemistry was harder than the organic chemistry 1 and 2 that I took. I really liked organic chemistry. It was a really fun class. But anyway, so yeah, I'm looking forward to literally next Friday walking across the stage. I've got my capping down and I've got all my chords now, my honors chords. I have two honors chords, like one from the Greek honors, which is like the mute, not magna cum laude, and then like summa cum laude, and there's something else. I don't know which one I am. I just know I have one of the honors. I'm graduating with one of the honors for the like Latin honors. And that's just like Latin honors are like what almost every college does. So yeah, that's a very common like thing for graduating from a accredited college. They have those honors. And then I also have honors from my degree, my actual like philosophy department. I have honors from them as well that I'm graduating with because my entire academic career in my degree, I have only gotten A's in all of my philosophy classes. So I'm one of their outstanding seniors that is graduating for this semester. So yeah, that's a little bit about next Friday. I'm gonna try to get my mom to record the graduation, or I might like link it to you guys so you can watch it if you want. It's at 1 o'clock on Friday, December 10th. Um, so if you guys, I would be willing to share with people if they want to watch the graduation ceremony. It's supposed to be a really short ceremony because it's December graduation and not like the big giant springtime graduation. So it wouldn't be long ceremony at all. At least I hope not, because I don't want to stay there that long. I have like plans to do other things that day with like my family. Some of my family is coming down, of course, because it's in person. So I got really lucky as far as graduation timing as well because they were doing not in they were only doing online graduation ceremonies for a while at my college. So I got because of COVID, so I got lucky as far as timing as well. But it also was bad timing because it's during a work day and it's not during close enough to the holidays. Like all my little cousins and stuff, my aunts and stuff, they can't come down because it's on a Friday during a work day during a non-vacation week. So a lot of my family can't make it, but that's what I want to talk about, like Christmas plans. Right after I graduate, the very next day, um, my family that is coming down is my mom, who she has moved back to Maryland in August, if you guys might recall. But it's going to be my mom, my granddad, and my oldest brother. They're coming down to my graduation, and then I'm going to ride back up with them um, to visit for the holidays for 10 days, basically. I'll be there until I fly back the early morning of the 20th, to get back here because I have responsibilities. And just because I'm graduating doesn't mean I have nothing else to do. I have to get back to work, and I'm actually applying to a full time job soon, so I can make like it's a salaried position. It's an administrative position. So I'm really, really hoping to get that because I would be a state employee and that would come with like benefits, and like I said, it's a salaried job. So I'm really hopeful that I'm going to get that one because basically that job is exactly what I was doing in one of my previous work study jobs for 2 years. So I have like a lot of experience of what they would want me to do for that job. So I'm really hoping that I get that job, you guys. I don't need a job because I have savings and I do the dolls, but the type of person I am, I'm gonna get bored. So I want a full time job to keep myself busy while I'm on this break from schooling and furthering my education. But it's a solid job. I mean, it makes a decent amount of money for someone who would literally be coming right out of college. I would be making a decent amount of money. And especially as someone who just lives alone, uh, I would be making very good money at that job, straight out of college. So, uh, fingers crossed, you guys do whatever you do, like pray or whatever, or what have you, that I get this job because it would be really great to have. Um, right now, I do have a job. I work at a retail place, and I love the job, but also I don't like retail work that much. I don't think many people do. I'm vastly prefer to work in a office type environment, where I can work independently for the most part, and uh, basically just get things filed away and that kind of work. I much prefer doing that because I'm very detail oriented, and like I'm good with people for sure, which is why I'm good at the job that I have in retail right now. But I prefer, if I can, to work alone and just like collaborate when I need to. Um, so I'm really hopeful because it's exactly what I would want to do. Even if I don't plan on doing it forever, it's still like a salaried full-time job that I can do in the meantime. It's like it's it's the office administrative assistant for the admissions office at my college. So yeah, I really hope I get it. I didn't even know it was the same person at first, but I actually talked to the person that's hiring for the job because it's the exact same office of where I picked up my honors cord. And I was like, "Oh, I heard that this department was hiring." And they were like, "Oh yeah, the guy who's hiring, he's right over there. Yeah, you said hello to him as you walked in." So yeah, it was funny. So I already met the person who would be my boss if I get the job, and he already knew. Now he knows about me, and he like encouraged me to apply and said that he would like write down my name. So he wrote down my name to look for my application when it came in, because I told him about my previous experience while I was there. And he's like I said, he really encouraged me to apply for the job. So I hope that means he's really gonna look to try to hire me. Um, I'm trying to think. I was like, I feel like I'm highly qualified for it because of that past work I did. If y'all have been around for a while, you guys probably know what I'm talking about. I used to work. It was a work site job, but it was a job still, um, for the dean of health sciences at my colleges. So I used to do all of that kind of like administrative work, office work, organization, data entry. I would do like so many different things when I was working there, and I worked there for 2 years. And I would do everything. Like I would give tours, I would rearrange the classrooms, like work different events with the office, and it's just I think I'm very qualified, but I guess that'll be up to them. I do have actually another interview for a job that I had applied for, just kind of to see if it could be a possible fit. It's also really good pay. I think it's part time. It's like a paid internship for the state credit union. I don't know if I'm going to take it because it's not my preferred. It's still office work, but I don't know. It seems like it's got a lot more weird jobs that would be underneath that job that I would be required to do, if that makes sense. Like it's got a lot of weird sub jobs in the job description that I don't know if I would want to do. It's got a lot of like I would be basically scheduling people who wanted to do different things with their taxes and all this kind of stuff in that job. But I do go to that interview Tuesday. I think that's when I schedule it. Yes. Or yes. Yeah. My week is going to be really crazy because I have that last exam Monday. Tuesday, I have that interview. Wednesday, Wednesday, I have to turn in my final paper. Um, I graduate Friday. I leave Saturday. uh, I get my booster shot Sunday. I mean, it's just like one thing after another. But hopefully, while I'm in Maryland, I'm going to be able to relax. Um, and I purposely chose to not stay through the actual like Christmas time because it might sound crazy, but I kind of want to spend Christmas by myself ish. Like I won't be by myself. Like I have my friends here that will probably be in town or coming back around Christmas time or on Christmas because they also don't want to be stuck with their family on Christmas, so they'll probably come back the same day. Um, but I was like, I don't really want to be stuck in Maryland during Christmas, at least not this year, because this is my first year with my apartment during Christmas time. And I really wanted to just like have a nice, relaxed holiday and do what I want on Christmas. And you can't really do that when you're with a bunch of family because they all want to do certain things, and if you don't do what they want to do, then you look kind of like a stick in the mud, or like, I don't know if this is making any sense, but I just wanted to kind of have some agency of how I wanted to spend Christmas this year. I'm sure I'll go up for Christmas next year, but I wanted to get back before Christmas so that I don't get stuck up there. And but we're still gonna do like Christmassy things while I'm in Maryland visiting. Like my mom just called me because my aunt and my little cousins want to go they want to go ice skating. And I was like, oh yeah, I used to go ice skating all the time, but now I honestly cannot tell you guys the last time I went ice skating. So we'll see how that goes. For reference, I do roller skate and I do skateboard. So I'm hoping I won't fall that many times when I go ice skating. But I'll for sure let you guys know if I fall. Um, I have pretty good balance, so I don't know. But it's just been so long that I'm like, do I even remember how to ice skate? Oof. But yeah, we used to go all the time because in my hometown in Maryland, there's a year-long indoor ice skating rink, and it's one of the only things that was there to do for people like younger people at that time. The town has grown a lot since I moved away, but yeah, we used to go ice skating all the time with the scouts, with my school. Like I don't know, so I'm hopeful that'll come back to me like a second nature type of thing. But I think the last time I probably went was like when I lived in Maryland, which was now 12 years ago. So we'll see. We'll see. But I am very, very excited to do Christmassy things while I'm with my family for those few days. Um, so that I can have that experience, like the Christmassy experience with the family. And they're also really, really excited because I'm graduating. And so they're trying to make it like extra special this year for me. And like they're being really nice and like trying to, because they feel bad that they can't come down to my graduation. They can only watch it online. But I honestly, with COVID and everything, I didn't expect all of them to come down still, even though my whole family, they've been vaccinated. It's still like the traveling and then with the kids and everything, it would have been a lot. So they all came down for my high school graduation, but yeah, they're not all coming down, but I will still get to see them and celebrate. In fact, one of my aunts, she had invited me to go on this spa retreat with her while I was up there. But I told her no. I'm kind of regretting telling her no now because honestly, with all the stress of this week and leading into next week, I probably could have gone for some massages and some deep relaxation. But I said no because I was like, I don't know if would be comfortable with a whole bunch of people touching me and like massaging me and stuff, even though that's literally their job and they have massaged countless people before me. I don't know. It's just something about that. made me feel weird. Maybe it's just like I'm insecure about my body. I don't really know. I'm not really. I just that's a lot of strangers touching me. um, maybe I'm crazy, but yeah, I started thinking about that later though. I was like, oh man, maybe I should have said yes. I think it's too late now. I think she already booked the tickets. Um, but I was like, oh, because I could have just gone and not done the like massages. I could have gone to like they had. She said they had like like these relaxation bath things and everything. Also, aren't those like unhygienic? Mm, that also makes me nervous. People are kind of gross. I don't know. I'm just rambling because I'm excited, and it hasn't been that long since I've seen my family. I see them relatively frequently, considering I live far away. Um, I saw them over the summer, uh, but yeah, no, I am excited to see them again during this time of the year because that means we can actually do more things now that a lot of them aren't going to be working around the time I'm going to be up there. So, yeah. How's everyone else? Like, does anyone else have like big plans for Christmas this year? I know a lot of people are starting to travel again because, um, the booster shots and COVID's not as bad this year. I mean, it's still not great, but it's much better than it was last year around this time. And it's definitely much better than how it was when it first started, almost 2 years ago now. So I've heard a lot of people are deciding to travel again, which was reflected in my plane tickets, by the way, on the way back. Because, like I said, we're driving up there, so I didn't have to buy a plane ticket for the way there, but I had to buy a plane ticket on the way back. And I didn't buy the ticket until recently because I was trying to wait till I got paid and um, wait till I knew my work schedule. So it was not cheap. And it's still like it is what it is, but I was glad because I was able to get a aisle seat so that I'm not in the middle seat for once. When I book plane tickets, I'm almost always in the middle. I don't know how it happens, but I'm always in the middle. And I always hate being in the middle because if I have to pee, then I have to make all the other people move. Or if I'm trying to get off to like deplane, then you have to wait for everyone else to move around you. And still, you have to wait for the person beside you to move their stuff. And I hate being on the in the middle. Like, but on the end, it's gonna be so nice because I can just get up and go to the bathroom even though the plane flight is literally an hour. But I never know. But I like not being in the middle for once on my plane flight. It's gonna be nice to be on the end. But and it's also nice because I won't have people on all sides of me coughing and stuff or whatever. They make you wear a mask, of course, but still, I don't want nobody sick on either side of me. So at least I just have to deal with one person on that side. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to the holidays this year, both because I get to decide what I want to do on the actual day of Christmas and because I still get that like family holiday experience. And oh, probably tomorrow I'm gonna buy a Christmas tree. This year I was gonna try to do a real tree, like an actual tree, but I think I'm not going to do that because I'm leaving, and those trees have to be watered. And so if I wanted to get a tree, I would have to wait till I came back, and all those trees that will be left by that time are not going to be nice looking. They're going to be a little dead. Um, so I think I'm just going to stick with the artificial tree this year, and then probably next year, um, see if I get a real tree and see how that works out maybe. But I've always wanted to do that. I think in my childhood we once got a real tree, but I barely remember. Um, but I yeah, no. And I've been dating this girl, so we were gonna go to a Christmas tree farm, but I think, like I said, that it wouldn't make sense to do that this year, at least. So Yeah. Oh, that's a whole nother thing that only people on my Instagram are aware of, that I've been dating someone finally. So yeah, everything in my life is like, now that I'm literally about to graduate and like everything is done basically. Everything's been kind of like falling into place as far as that goes, personal life as well. So it just kind of happened to, everything is starting to work itself out. Things were a bit chaotic there for a little bit with schooling and everything coming towards the end, but the end is in sight. Like I said, only two things left for me to do that is keeping me from graduating, and and then all everything will be done. And like, whew, I will be able to finally take a breath and like contemplate being bored. um, yeah, I don't know, you guys. I'm just really excited to get to this point in my life. Obviously, I'm not done progressing forward, like I keep mentioning, but it's still nice to see that there's an end in sight. I'm sure a lot of people who have been through like graduate school and all of that completely understand where I'm coming from, because they know it just keeps going. But yeah, I'm just ready to take this next step and hoping that it works out with this girl and everything is happily ever after. So far, she's really amazing and I really like her, and she said she really likes me. So um, I'm like, knock on wood, cautiously optimistic about everything. And like I said, if I get that job, it'll just be like the icing on a beautiful cake of my life right now. Like, it'll be so good. I'll still make reborns, of course, because if I get this job, it is a full time job, but it's only a 9 to 5. So I'll have plenty of time on the weekends. I'll have plenty of time after work to paint. Because of that, I mean, you got to think about, I've been managing to keep painting through not only having a job but also doing full time schooling. So I have to figure, if I'm just doing a full time job and no schooling and nothing else, I definitely have time to continue to paint. So that don't even worry about me finishing, like not doing reborns anymore. That's going to continue regardless. So if I get this job or not, um, that's going to just keep continuing, because it relaxes me. Unless I'm working on a rooting on a doll that is really frustrating to root, then that's not relaxing. But I think the painting process is pretty relaxing. So it when I'm working on them, it doesn't even really feel like work a lot of the time. Um, so yeah, I will definitely be continuing to work on those. Um, and in fact, if you guys don't know, I do still have that raffle open. However, I'm really close to canceling that holiday, the Christmas raffle, because there's just not been enough interest in her. And that's really like, I don't know if it's how she turned out. I use she because that's the kid is a girl, but it could be easily be a boy. I don't know if people just don't like that I chose to leave the doll as bald, or I don't know what it is. They don't like how she turned out, but there has been very little interest in that and on the raffle for her. So I'm like so close to canceling it and just listing her for sale, because the whole purpose was to have her home before Christmas. I got all these Christmas themed things for her, and it's gonna be really sucky if like she doesn't end up making it to a home for Christmas. Um, and I thought that the tickets are only $20. I thought more people would be interested, because when I did the Halloween raffle for the vampire baby, so many people messaged me asking me to do a regular reborn um, raffle, so they had a chance to win for really cheap. Um, so I'm just a little confused if it's the timing, if it's the kit that I chose, is it that I chose to do her bald, if is it the painting? I don't really know what it is, but ultimately, yeah, that's kind of where I am with the situation with the Christmas raffle baby. And, I hate to do that to people who did buy tickets. I've already communicated with them what's going to happen. If I decide to cancel it, they'll just get their money back because I haven't spent any of the money yet. I don't do that with raffles. I wait until all of the tickets are sold to put the money into my account, just in case a situation like this happens where I have to end up canceling it and refunding everyone. So right now, I've only sold 6 of the 20 tickets. So you see what my problem is. That's not a lot of the tickets, and there's not a lot of days left. And I'm going to be leaving um, really soon. And I would rather not have to take her with me to Maryland and ship her out from there. So that's why I'm saying probably, honestly, in the next day or so, I'm going to cancel the raffle. Um, just because practically it doesn't make sense to continue it on if no one else buys any more tickets. It just would not make any sense at all. And that's one of the risks of having, I guess, raffles is you never know, especially if you're doing it with a certain time period in mind. Um, that's one of the risks that you run, I guess, of doing it. But yeah, like I said, I thought there would be a lot more interest because again, people were messaging me all over the place. Oh, you should do it with the regular baby. Next time I would buy a ticket if it was a regular baby, blah 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 blah. I would love, and she's a full, like she's a newborn size, and yeah, $20 for a ticket to me um isn't bad at all. But yeah, that's where we are with that. I don't know if I'll do any more raffles in the future. I think maybe in the future I'm just going to stick to giveaways. I won't be doing her as a giveaway because honestly, she took too much work and her blank kit alone is not cheap. So I don't really want to do a giveaway for her. So if I do sell her, she will be 385, which is really cheap as far as for a limited edition kit. Bald or not, she's limited edition, and she's towards the end of her edition, so that kit's gonna sell out pretty soon. Um, so then she'll be sold out limited edition. But I'm going to be, if I likely, like I said, it's very likely that I'm going to have to cancel this raffle. Um, I will be posting her for sale, and she'll be 385. So yeah, and she'll come with all the things that I bought for her, which is not a little bit of stuff. She's got a lot of stuff that would be coming with her. And a lot of it is like festive themed that I specifically picked out with her in mind. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good deal, all things considered. Um, and I actually really like how her painting came out. So it's kind of weird, but I am very partial, of course, to my own work. Um, Yeah, so it's a little disappointing, but you live, you learn, and that's what I've been just taking away from doing that is you live, you learn. Same thing with I learned from the fantasy babies not to do them unless you have a buyer already because they don't sell very well, um, like at all. There's so many of them, and there's so little buyers for fantasy babies that they just don't sell. And they sit and sit and sit. But I've learned. I've definitely learned from that as well. But speaking of things coming up on my table, so like I said earlier, I'm working on a Tessa asleep, another version of her. She's getting like towards the midpoint, so she'll be done probably in a couple days. Maybe before I leave, she'll be done. I won't be posting her yet because I want to make sure that I am back here to ship her. Um, so keep a lookout for her. It'll probably be very, very close to Christmas, if not after Christmas, when I end up posting her for sale. And then, so she'll be like a New Year's baby, probably. That's when she would probably get to whoever buys her, would be probably around New Year's. Um, and then I'm also starting tonight in a little bit, another Dominic. So I did a Dominic cuddle baby head a while back, but this is a full Dominic. So he has his limbs and a body and everything. So these are two dolls that are just going to be for sale. They're not custom orders. They're going to be for sale. And people are always asking me if I have dolls for sale that are not custom orders, or don't already have someone interested. So those are two ones that will be available. And I think I'm going to start making more dolls for sale while I'm, when I come back from break, because, like I said, everyone always asks if I have dolls for sale that are not custom orders. And I normally don't, because I tried to work mostly off of custom orders because it's guaranteed money unless someone backs out of their custom, which at that point I already have their non refundable deposit. So it's just a matter of selling the doll once I finish it, which is not as bad as just completely not having anything for a doll. But I did finish. I did finish painting on two custom, well, three, basically three custom slash reserve dolls this week already. So I've been really catching up with like orders now that things are getting less crazy. Like I finished a Gannett, I finished his hair finally, and I finished painting on another Jasmine that was a custom order, and then I finished Cuddlehead, which has been reserved already. So it wasn't a custom order; it was just it was a doll that was available for reserve, and someone already quickly reserved it and paid the deposit. So that baby is not available, but it's a Dallas Cuddlehead. I think I showed it on my last video. But yeah, so I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update as well of what you can expect as far as this holiday season of dolls that I'm working on. I am still waiting, unfortunately, for the giveaway baby kit. I don't know how that's going to work out now that it's getting so close to like Christmas time. Um, it's a miniature baby, so I should be able to finish painting it really quickly. That's the hope. And take it with me when I go to Maryland, because it's literally, I think it's 10 inches small, so I can just like shove it somewhere, not shove it, but I could put it somewhere that it won't take up a bunch of room in the car when we're going back up. Um, so I'll probably continue it and then pick a giveaway winner. Probably, I would. I would probably say that I'm going to probably end up picking a winner on the 15th for that. So as soon as I get the kit and as soon as I finish it, I'll post the way to enter that. And this is kind of a preview for you guys that are watching or listening, so that you'll know ahead of time what to do for the giveaway for that doll. It's free to enter, but it is a contest. So I wanted to make it interesting, and it's going to be similar to other contests I've done in the past where you guess a certain amount of unknown amount of items. And this year, since it's Christmas themed, you're going to be guessing the amount of red and green, like they're like all together, M&Ms in this like little candy cane thing. I can't show you it guys now because I don't want you guys to have a head start of guessing them, like the number of them, but I wanted to give you guys a head up of how the contest is going to work. So whoever gets closest to the amount of M&Ms and the little candy cane thing wins. Um, and if two people guess the same exact number, it's the person who commented first will get the prize. So I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, I'll explain more when it gets close, like when it's the actual video to enter into. Um, I'll explain a lot more what I mean on that video. And it'll make a lot more sense when I actually show you the little candy cane thing, because I'm trying to describe it without showing it to you guys. So that you don't like get a jump start on guessing. But that's what it's going to be. That's what the giveaway contest is going to be. And hopefully it'll be a lot of fun for you guys. I think it's always a lot more fun than someone just randomly picking a commenter for a giveaway. I think it's a lot more fun when you feel like you have to like work for it or think about it. I think those are always a lot more fun than just randomly getting picked. Um, But yeah, I will of course make sure that I count all of them on that video, like when I'm picking the winner, so no one thinks I'm cheating or anything or trying to pick someone. So everyone has an equal chance of winning that. Because I'm going to do what I always do and limit it to only one guess per person, so that everyone has that equal chance of guessing. Yeah. So yeah, that was a lot to say, but that was basically what I wanted to update you guys about, what to look forward to, and try to explain the situation with the raffle baby. Because, like I said, I do feel bad, but also if it's not going to work out, it's not going to work out. I can't force people to buy tickets, and I'm not going to lower the price and add more tickets because I'm already having trouble selling the tickets that I do have. So adding more tickets would not help the situation at all. And I think $20 for her for per ticket is a really fair price. So yeah, that's kind of I'm at like a standstill. Um, anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week, rest of your week into your weekend. Um, and like I said, if you guys are interested in watching me graduate, I will definitely post a link to that. Of course, there's going to be other people graduating. It's not a private graduation, so you might have to sit through, or you might miss them actually calling me to walk across the stage. That's definitely a possibility that you'll end up missing that completely. But if you did want to see, I don't know if they're gonna like save it as like a video, or is it only a live stream thing? I'm not really sure how it's working, but I can post the link to the live stream if you wanted to sit and watch the graduation and see me be called across the stage. Um, like I said, it's 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's New York time, East Coast time, on Friday, December 10th. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that, I can definitely do that, because now that I'm, graduated, I don't really care if people know where I go or whatever. It doesn't matter. So yeah, I will see you guys then when I'm graduated. All right. Bye guys.